couple months. Got here in January.
Yeah.
So far, love it out here. Love the city. Love the facilities that this place has, and I love the culture that we're building and all that. So,
Little adjustment to the Midwest.
a little bit. In my opinion, it's not too bad because up in Oregon, you don't see the sun for like 6 months. So at least in the winter out here, you guys see the sun. It might be cold, but that's fine to me.
So, I mean, everybody knows the story. Walk on to,
Yeah.
be a standout, and Jonathan in a similar path, albeit a slightly more glamorous position.
Yeah.
I guess how do you the Cliff Notes version of your journey to this point?
Yeah, so Coach M saw me at a few camps back to back in the summer going into my senior year. He said, listen, I don't got a scholarship for you, but I can give you a spot on the team. At that point, I had no offers. And then after my senior season, I got one offer from Southern Utah. Took a trip out there, didn't really like it. Next week, took a trip to Oregon State. And I said, this is the place for me. I'm going to take a chance. My parents believed in me. And there were some tough times being a walk-on in the first couple of years, but not focusing on the end goal of a scholarship and all that, just focus on the day-to-day. What can I do today that makes me better than yesterday? And then just build off that is what got me to this position and being ready. I didn't know when my time was going to come, when I was going to get my shot to make a difference in my life and then the team. But being ready and being available, so when I got put in, didn't miss a beat, hit it on the run, and then here we are.
When did you get put on scholarship?
21, the winter after 21.
And you guard center, I guess.
Center.
What has it been like so far? Where are you working most, and how much does it, working with Aiden, obviously.
Started off as a center and realized that my dad always told me to be available at as many positions as you can. So knowing guard, center, and the other guard makes me more available and gives me more of an opportunity to get on the field. So took it from there. Last year played more guard than center, but had to come in a little bit because of injuries. And then here, more of a center because of, I know the offense, all that. So, yeah.
Tanner, a great story of how you got to where you are as a walk-on. What's something that you continue to do every day, mindset-wise, and what's something that's different now that you're in this role?
I think just continue to have that chip on your shoulder mindset, because now where I am today, it's kind of easy to get complacent and kind of happy with where you're at, but I'm not happy with where I'm at, and I always every day come out and still be that kid, that walk-on, that's undersized, that doesn't have a chance, that no one took a chance on. And still come out with that chip on your shoulder and that fire within you to go prove it every single day to whoever. So
that's great having that. I'm just curious, what does success look like for you?
To me, team success is what I'm most after. So building a culture here that in the long term, in 5 years, I can come back here and it's the same vibe as when I left, and kind of rubbing off on my mentality on the younger guys and kind of just using my knowledge to, because I've been in the game for now 6 years, but using my knowledge to teach the younger guys, to help them out, to pick up the offense better, give them little tricks of the trade, this and that. So I think, obviously, wins and losses are all that, but the process of coming in today, how did we do today? Did we get better? If not, how are we going to fix it come Thursday? Tomorrow, how are we going to attack this lift? So I think a process of getting better every day is what success looks like to me.
And lastly, when your teammates hear your story, are they inspired? Are they surprised?
They're a little surprised because I'm not a boisterous guy. I'm not going to go out there and tell my story, but if they ask me, I'll run them through the whole 9 yards. But they're surprised, and then I tell them, don't focus on the big goal. The big goal, I want to start this year, this and that. Don't focus on that. Let's focus on Thursday. What are we going to do Thursday to make us better as a unit, you better as a player? Tomorrow, how are we going to attack this lift? How are we going to attack the film session? How are we going to get better each and every day, not just focusing on the end goal?
Great, thank you.
With Jonathan coming here and Jim, the decision to transfer, was it, I guess, what went behind that, and what was that process like?
So growing up on the West Coast, I always wanted to play in the Pac-12, but with everything that transpired, unfortunate, but that's business and that's life. So after the season, I sat down with my family, and I had an opportunity and I had a platform for myself to kind of go to a bigger spot. So I decided to enter my name in the portal, and then once they hit me up, I was like, I'm going to take a trip out there, and it's kind of a no-brainer because I know the culture, I know the system. We're going to hit the ground running, and these guys took a chance on me when no one else did, so I believe in these guys full-heartedly.
You mentioned the system. How much do you put on yourself to help the guys around you learn?
I put a lot on myself because doing it for 6 years. I know all of the tips and the tricks of the trade and all that. So I think kind of having what I know rub off on the guys and kind of giving them little tips here and there and helping them out. If they got questions, they come to me and all that. So.
You like playing along the line with just, how Jonathan and Jim like to play?
Yeah,
that style of football.
I love
you
the
enjoy
system.
it?
Yeah, we're smash mouth. We're gonna run it, no doubt about it. And I love the aggressive mindset that Coach Smith, Coach Lindgren, and Coach M bring to the offense. We're gonna aggressively chase after victory. We're not just gonna let it happen. So I love that part.
This has been
I walked up here when you were talking about, you said you're playing more center right now.
Yeah.
In that position in particular, I guess, how much have you worked with Aiden and how much that
Yeah.
importance is, but also being the voice for those guys, and
So last year, I was the starting right guard, and then I was also backup center. So in practice, me and Aiden got a lot of reps. So we're our chemistry's there and our feel for each other's there. But being with the other guys, they like having me in there because I can call the stuff quick, and by me calling it quick, it kind of helps them out. And then it's kind of a progression that if the front guy's good, then we got everybody else is on the same page. So getting it all squared away and playing fast and physical is what we need to get to.
This has been a program when it's been winning at a high level. It's kind of started on the offensive line, defensive line. Hasn't been there past couple of years. How much do you embrace just, the chance to come in here and try to elevate that position, elevate the room?
I love it because I think here we got some solid D linemen that challenge us each and every day. They're bringing their A game, which if we're not, we're going to get exposed, and Coach M's going to tell us in that meeting room. So iron sharpens iron. Love that saying. Coach Smith loves that saying. Coach M tells it to us every single day, and every day we need to bring our A game. So not only we can get the D line better, but they're getting us better. And you keep stacking days like that of back and forth, chippy, all that stuff. We're gonna be a damn good team.
Thanks, man.
How have you kind of helped the other guys learning the system and scheme on the line?
To me, it's just been reps. I'm more of a hands-on learner, and I was when I was younger. So telling these guys that take mental reps. When you're not in, be locked in on what's going on because, yeah, you're only going to get 8 reps of team today, but you could get 16, 24. As long as you're locked in, go through the mental process of if you're playing right guard, what does the right guard have? How am I going to execute my job? All this and that. And by doing that, you get more comfortable, and then you can play subconsciously, which is a big thing for me. Playing subconscious, then you can play fast, physical, and fearless.
You mentioned iron sharpens iron. Who are some of the defensive linemen that you're out there battling with every day?
Love going against D Harm. I think he brings stuff that I haven't seen in game, in practice on the West Coast. He's a big body that's long and he's fast. So I think he exposes my weaknesses a lot, and I love going against him because that forces me to up my game. And then when I get him, he's coming back at me with something else. So it's a constant chess match of who's going to better each other every day. DQ, he plays low, fast. Kadarius, I think he's got some stuff to him. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.